Heroics were on full display last night. A walk-off home run in extra innings by Vincent DiCarlo moved the Sock Puppets up to 5-1 on the young season. A chance for a mini sweep tonight as we get set for Game 2 between the Elizabethton River Riders and the Burlington Sock Puppets. Welcome into tonight's broadcast. I'm Josh Rother. Sockville was spoiled last night. 3 home runs from 3 different Puppets. Brandon Novi's blast in the third inning was the hardest hit and longest home run this year in the Appy League, an astounding 468 feet. Devin Mitchell also cleared the left field fence in the 5th inning before DiCarlo sent Burlington home with the walk-off win. As for Elizabethton, the streak finally ends, albeit on a technicality. In that streak, through 5 games, the River Riders had either scored or allowed 10 runs in every game this season. DiCarlo's homer does not count in the official record book, making it an 8-8 loss for E-Town on the tiebreaker. The run scoring, one thing that has not persisted, we're in for another highly contested tilt. Elizabethton, Burlington, coming up next, national anthem, and starting lineups on the horizon. Starting lineups being introduced at the ballpark right now. We'll start with the visiting Elizabethton River Riders. A lot of movement in the order for E-Town. Jackson Reardon moves up a spot. He'll hit first today and play shortstop. Cole Pladson moves down 1 spot. He's hitting second and playing left field. Noah Haught, who got some action on the mound yesterday, is in the 3-hole. He's DHing today. Austin Rose moves behind the dish. He'll hit fourth again. Carter Johnstone is back. He's the left-handed hitter batting 5th for the River Riders. Evan DeMario is hitting 6th. Hunter Tarcholsky hits 7th. Matt Evans is hitting 8th. And Bo Strickland is the caboose again in the 9-hole. And on the bump for Elizabethton, Brendan Oliver, who played the last few seasons at Cincinnati. He gets his first start of the 2026 season. And starting lineup for the Sock Puppets, it's been pretty standard to see the top part of this order since Fernandez back in the action last night. He'll lead off again and play shortstop. Bruce Weish hits second, plays left field again. Deacon Pomeroy in the 3-hole. He's batting third. Brandon Novi is hitting 4th and playing third base yet again. LJ Edwards moves up to the 5-hole. Devin Mitchell's hitting 6th and playing center field. Kyler Baxter, what a night he had last night. He's batting 7th and playing right field, the 4th spot that Baxter's been placed in the field, along with designated hitting, and this is just game number 7. Justin Munoz makes his return. He's behind the plate tonight, and Braden Moranto, the most clutch 9-hitter in the Appy League, playing second base, and he rounds out the Burlington order. On the mound for the Sock Puppets' Joshua Evans making his second start of the season. National anthem is right here, right now. Well, Game 7s always mean more. It's the 7th game of the season for the Sock Puppets tonight. Josh Evans, the lefty on the bump out of Georgia State, making his second start of this season. And you can't question this kid's arm. He played quarterback in high school. His first start was pretty flawless. He's struggled with control a little bit in the past. 3 shutout innings in the start against Kingsport in the first series of the season. Did not allow a run, did not allow a hit, walked 3 guys, and struck out 4. And he's pitching against his former team tonight. He played in Elizabethton last season. He made 4 starts for the River Riders. Was one of the better arms on that squad. 25 innings pitched. Gave up 12 runs, walked 17, and struck out 23. He's one of 6 Southpaws on the Burlington pitching staff, managed by pitching coach Dave Schmidt. It's 80s night at the ballpark, and also Burlington Heritage Night, you could call it. The Sock Puppets donning red jerseys reminiscent of the old Burlington Indians, Cleveland Indians script font from back in the 70s and the 80s. The starting defense behind Josh Evans, Novi at third, Fernandez at shortstop, Maranto at second, Pomeroy at first. The catchers, Justin Munoz. In the outfield, it's Bruce Weish in left, Devin Mitchell in center yet again, and Kyler Baxter gets the start in right field. Some slight movement in the Elizabethton order. It's the 2-man leading things off from a night ago, Jackson Reardon. So Evans' 6th career start in the Appy League. And at a crisp 7 o'clock, first time they've been exactly on the dot for the first pitch. And Evans' first toss is in there, a called first strike. Slight movement between the umpiring crew, as is custom. Tyler Gist moves behind home plate. Trey Neville down at first base. They swap spots from a night ago. No one from Evans. Swung on, grounded towards shortstop. Fernandez on the backhand, tosses to first base, and Reardon is gunned down to open the game. What a game it was last night. Elizabethton was down early, and they fought back multiple times. They responded to the call until they really didn't have a choice. Trailed 3-0 after 2 innings. They scored 3 in the top of the third. Brandon Novi hits a solo home run to go back up 1, and Elizabethton punches right back with a run of their own. In stance, Cole Pladson, first pitch from Evans, is low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. And then you have Burlington take a 3-run lead again, only for Elizabethton to answer with a 4-run 8th. Burlington got 1 in the 9th and then won it in the sudden death walk-off. 1-0 pitch from Evans. Hits Pladson on his shoulder, and that'll be a free pass issued. Now in stands Noah Haught, a Richmond Spider, everyday starter for the Spiders in the infield. But the first time we saw him in this series was on the mound. Pitched the 5th inning of last night's game, allowed 1 run, walked 2, struck out 2. Pitched to Haught. Inside, dusts him off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Evans at Georgia State this year got 16 innings of work. Had a 10.69 ERA. The walks really started to run up at the end of the year. 21 walks to 12 Ks. 1-0's inside again. Haught 2 for 7 to start his Appy League season with E-Town. Extra base pop in his bat. 1071 OPS. 2-0 pitch. Swung on. Launched towards right field, deep in the gap. Baxter won't get it. He turns it off the fence on a bounce. He'll retrieve it now as Pladson rushes around third base. Throwing to Moranto is dropped, and Cole Pladson crosses home plate. It's an RBI double for Noah Haught. Fantastic gap-to-gap hitting from Noah Haught. And Elizabethton takes a 1-0 lead in the first inning. McCleanup man Austin Rose digs in, hitting from the right side. Very peculiar slash line for him. An OBP double his batting average. First pitch, in there. Evans working downhill early on. These two teams will meet again next week for 3 games in Elizabethton. That will conclude the season series between the two squads. 0-1. Swung on, grounded hard through the hole and into left field for a base hit. Weiss charges in. They'll hold Haught at third. It's a single for Austin Rose. Munoz strides out to the mound to calm down Evans. And those are the first 2 hits that Evans had allowed this season. Worked 3 great innings in that Game 3 win over Kingsport. The second lefty in this order, Carter Johnstone, stands in. First pitch to him is tapped foul. Kind of checked his swing there. Johnstone making the trip from Los Gatos, California, although he spent his past season much closer. Played at Vanderbilt the last year. 0-1 to Johnstone. In there. Called. Strike. Quickly down 0-2. He's back in the lineup after a day off yesterday. He's committed to Oregon just 3 days ago. It'll be his third school in 3 years. Played his freshman season at Cal State Fullerton. 0-2. First a pickoff over to first base, and Rose back in sliding. Johnstone 3 for 11 through a few games. 0-2 pitch. Just misses. Munoz couldn't squeeze it. We'll count 1-2. Moranto plays towards second base in double play depth. The 1-2. Just can't find the corner. Evans wants the call. He didn't get it. Munoz slouches in his stance before hucking the ball back to the mound. Two balls and two strikes on the lefty-lefty matchup. Evans goes home. Tries to find it. That time he does. 3 straight pitches on the outside corner. And that one rings up Johnstone. 2 gone in the inning. '86-mile-an-hour changeup for Paint. In stands Evan DeMario. 1 for 7 through a few contests, although he was playing an extended season before arriving in E-Town. First pitch, curveball, in there, strike 1. Part of a remarkable group at Johnson County Community College that went 62-3 this year. They won 62 games and won the Junior College National Championship. That one is sent high and deep in left field, and Weish will watch it fly. It's a 3-run bomb for Evan DeMario, his first home run of the season. A no-doubter. And Elizabethton takes a 4-0 lead. Played 27 of those 65 games at Johnson County Community College, and he only hit 3 home runs. That one was absolutely sent out to left field. 366 feet. First pitch is swung on and missed. Hunter Tarchalski stands in. 99-mile-an-hour exit velo. 29-degree launch angle on the home run from DeMario. 1-1 from Evans. Tap foul. Quickly 0-2. Tarchalski playing at Northwest Florida College, Majuco, where he was a pretty steady player in their order. 0-2. Tarchalski sends it down the line. Past Novi at third base, off his glove, and it'll roll all the way past the bullpen. Tarchalski wants to get to second. Weish finally picks it up. And what will likely be an error on the third baseman, Novi, to extend this inning. Another man in scoring position. So the 8th man to bat in the first inning. It's Matt Evans from East Tennessee State. Another one of the kids who got the day off yesterday. 375 hitter. First one catches the outside corner. Evans' big hit in Monday's win over Johnson City had a 2 RBI double in the top of the 5th inning to give Elizabethton the lead for good. 0-1. Swung on, sent high in the air. Moranto tracks it into shallow right field. Camps under it and makes the catch. But Elizabethton plates 4 guys. It's a 2-out, 3-run bomb from Evan DeMario. River Riders lead it 4-0 midway through the first inning. Participatory in yesterday's walk-off win. Combined 2 for 15 from the top three guys, although they did score 3 of those runs, including Pomeroy, who represented the winning run. They didn't need him to score, though. It was DiCarlo who hit it out of the yard for the 2-run home run. Fernandez leads things off. He went 1 of 6 yesterday, but his final at-bat of that game was the RBI single to tie things up in the 9th inning, his first hit of the season. Just 0-63 this year for Fernandez. Played at Northwest Florida College this season as well. Brendan Oliver, the righty, from the stretch to get things going for the River Riders. Jams Fernandez moves the count to 1-0. Cincinnati Bearcat Brendan Oliver pitched 2 consecutive seasons at UC. 23 1/3 innings total. Better sophomore year with less innings. 1-0 pitch. Fernandez watches it in there for strike 1. And making his second appearance this year, his first start. Went 2 shutout innings with 1 hit, 1 walk allowed, no runs, 4 Ks in his first outing of the season. A ball and a strike to count to Fernandez. Swings and hits it high in the air, hooking foul. Plenty of room at first base for Tarchalski. Makes the catch. Fernandez down, and there's 1 gone. So in walks Bruce Weish. Oh for 5 in yesterday's game. Scored a runoff after walking in the 6th inning. That was the only time he reached base. Awaits the first offering from Oliver. Swings and misses at it. Off-speed pitch. Moving away from the Burlington left fielder. 227 hitter at this point of the Appy League season. Watches the 0-1. Catches the corner for strike 2. Weish, a everyday player at North Carolina A&T. Started every game the past 2 seasons. Very reliable player. And we, in the locker room before the game, Devin Mitchell was saying he's going to play all 48 games. Weish in contention to do the same thing. 0-2, swing and a miss. Weish down on 3 pitches. And Oliver looks very strong to start the Appy League season. Now in stands the first baseman, Deacon Pomeroy. Had a couple balls hard yesterday. Almost ended the game in the 9th inning. It was tracked down by the center fielder Pladson yesterday. First pitch is inside to Pomeroy. Walked with 2 outs in the first inning yesterday to get the scoring opened. 1-0 pitch. Pomeroy watches it down. 2 balls, no strikes. Has already walked 4 times in 3 games. And a .917 OPS racked up throughout the course of this week. 2-0 pitch to Pomeroy. Swings in, hits it foul off the end of the bat and towards his dugout. Early velo from Brendan Oliver. Fastball grazing 90 in the early going, and he pairs that with the slider breaking ball at about 80 miles an hour. That was a strikeout pitch against Weish. 2-1 to Pomeroy in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pomeroy searching for his first big fly of the season. It's been the NC State kids with all 7 home runs, if you count DeCarlo's extra innings blast last night. 2-2 to Pomeroy. Swings and hits it foul off of Rose's glove in front of home plate. Moves the count. Keeps the count at 2-2. Decent crowd on hand for the first Fireworks Friday at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Two-two to Pomeroy. Swung on and hit foul down the left field line. And so we'll have another 2-2. Pomeroy digs back in. Oliver shakes towards home. Goes into his motion. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Another slider falls away from Deacon Pomeroy. And that ends the first inning. 1-2-3 for Brendan Oliver. Back in a moment for the top of the second. Elizabethton leads Burlington 4-0. Talked pregame with the skipper for the Sock Puppets, Mickey Tettleton, after his starter has been roughed up in back-to-back contests. Kyle Piercy not making it out of the 3rd inning yesterday, and Tyler Schaefer not making it out of the 3rd inning on Tuesday. And said his goal was to have Josh Evans make it to the 4th inning, and a 4-run first inning has certainly clouded that, but certainly capable of bouncing back, similar to what Tyler Schaefer did on Tuesday against Pulaski. He had a 1-2-3 second inning after facing 9 hitters in the first. Evans faced 8. The last man standing in this Elizabethton order is Bo Strickland, who leads off the 2nd inning. First pitch from Evans. Outside, ball 1. Strickland 0 for 3 last night. He did walk. And he moves from right field to center field today as the Elizabethton outfield shifts. 1-0 pitch, up and away again. Make it 2-0. And Strickland, who played for UT Martin collegiately this season. Awaits the 2-0 from Evans. Doesn't offer at it. That one is in there for strike one. Strickland at UT Martin, 273 with 7 runs batted in. Kid who grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside and high again. Evans missing consistently up there. So 3 balls and a strike, and Strickland, one of 4 kids on this roster that are residing in Tennessee. Tied for the most of any state. This team is comprised of players from around the nation in totality. That one misses again. Evans walks Strickland to lead off the second inning. First walk by Evans today after a hit by pitch in the first inning, and now he'll start things back up with Jackson Reardon again. Reardon, one of the 2 Bearcats on the team. Brendan Oliver, the other one, the starting pitcher. And Reardon had 188 at UC this year. First pitch. Outside and high. Munoz has had to assume the same position several times to stretch up with the backhand and grab it. A ball and a strike, the count to Reardon. 0 for 6 in this series. Hitless in 5 ABs last night, bounced out to shortstop to begin this game. First the throw over to Strickland at first. Elizabethton at 2-4 this season, but they're just a game back of the West. Johnson City and Greenville tied at 3-3. Now Strickland takes off. Evans direct throw over to first base, down to second. Moranto tags him out. It's a lefty pickoff move to perfection. Josh Evans gets the first out with some help from his infielders. It's the first successful pickoff by a Burlington pitcher this year. First pitch misses downstairs to Reardon. Just the 4th total pickoff. One out of the count to the shortstop. Swings and hits it to shortstop. Fernandez to his left. It gets past him and into center field. Jackson Reardon has a base hit. Fernandez on a dive, couldn't quite knock it down as it scurried into center field. And Reardon has his first hit of the series. So in stands Cole Pladsen. Hit by pitch in the first, scored the first run of the game. And that was on the double from Noah Haught. Evans works home. First pitch in there. Change up for strike one. Evans nods home, gets set. Pitch to Pladsen, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pladsen, one of 2 kids on his team that played at Oklahoma State. You couple that with the 2 sock puppets that played at Oklahoma State last season. Pladsen and Bowen for E-Town, and for B-Town it was Pomeroy and Piercy. The 1-1. In there, called strike. Good mix of hard stuff and the off-speed from Evans in the early going. Outside of the hanging slider, he left Evan DeMario, which was a 3-run home run in the top of the first. A ball and 2 strikes. Evans goes home, misses outside and low. Pladsen hasn't swung it great to start this season. He leads the Appy League in strikeouts. He's been fanned 12 times. Evans checks Reardon at first, dives back in safely. No tag applied from Pomeroy. Pomeroy and Pladsen kind of sharing a moment after Pomeroy lined out to center field to end the 9th yesterday on a ball that was hit almost 100 miles an hour off the bat. 2-2. Tap foul behind home plate. Those two obviously teammates at Oklahoma State. Similar amount of playing time for those 2 kids who now play against each other for the first time. We'll have another 2-2 from Evans. Deals home. Called third strike right down the middle. Evans gets his second looking K of the game and Plattson's 13th strikeout of the season. In stands Noah Hott. Hit a bullet to right center field last time for an RBI double. And Hott, a 240 hitter in 47 starts, 154 at-bats at Richmond this year. 0-0. High and away. Evans misses with the fastball. Two gone in the inning. Elizabethton 4-0 lead over Burlington here on this hot Friday night. 1-0. Misses away. Tries to take something off of it. Hott at 375 through 8 at-bats. It's from the right side. Making his first start of this series. That one misses down again. The count is 3-0 to Noah Hott. Evans comes set, goes home. And can't quite catch the corner, didn't miss by much. That'll put another man on with 2 outs, and Elizabethton scored 3 of 4 runs in the first inning with 2 men gone. That'll draw Dave Schmidt out of the dugout. No action yet in the Burlington pen. Looking to add style, comfort, and protection to your home, business, or vehicle? Sun-Tamer's Window Tinting has you covered. Their professional window tinting helps block harmful UV rays, improve energy efficiency, and enhance the look of any space. They also offer clear paint protection film to preserve your vehicle's finish and custom wraps for a bold new look without affecting resale value. When quality matters, trust the experts at Sun-Tamer's Window Tinting. Schmitty makes his way back to the Burlington dugout. Last night's game was an unbelievable atmosphere to witness the first extra innings contest of the season. Officially speaking, it was not the highest scored game in Elizabethton and Burlington's history, but technically speaking, with the DeCarlo home run, the 18 runs, the most in a game between the Sock Puppets and River Riders in the now 21-game history. First pitch from Evans home to Rose is ball low. Rose singled his first time up. Doesn't swing at the 1-0. And Evans now has thrown 6 straight balls. Rose, the most walked hitter in the Appy League this year. 8 base on balls for the catcher from Ohio State. 2-0 pitch. Nearly hits him, and Evans worked it to 3-0. Sun begins to tuck away behind clouds, and that's a good thing because the first pitch tonight, it was 99 degrees. 3-0 home. In there. Strike one. Finally, Evans breaks the slump of balls thrown. Rose, one of 6 home runs for Elizabethton this season. 6 hitters on this team, all with 1 home run each. Evan DeMario, the most recent to do it. 3-1. Swung on and sent high in the air to center field. Easy play. Mitchell moves over a couple feet and tracks it into his glove for the 3rd out of the inning. So Evans allows a pair of walks and a single, but gets a nice pickoff move, a strikeout, and a fly out to end the second inning. The score still 4-0. Elizabethton on top of Burlington. We head to the bottom of the second inning. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Here from Burlington. Elizabethton has a 4-0 lead over the Sock Puppets. Brandon Novi has a home run streak of 2 games. Left the yard in the 9th on Tuesday. Hit one out in the 3rd inning yesterday. And we're going to have another pitch clock violation. So Novi is down 0-1. That's the 3rd time this series we've seen that called. Fernandez got one yesterday. So 0-1 to Novi. First pitch home from Oliver. Swing and a miss quickly down 0-2. Just kind of sucks the life out of your at bat when you're already down 0-1 before you even get set to go. So 0-2 the count to Novi. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. He's down on 2 official pitches. It's the 3rd straight strikeout for Brendan Oliver. This stuff has been filthy today. There was 2 moments in yesterday's game where it felt like Saukville maybe could have won it in extra or before extra innings, and one of those was the L.J. Edwards ball hit hard into the right field corner that could have scored DiCarlo from first. That would have tied the game. First pitch, Edwards swings and misses at. He was 0 for 5 in his Burlington debut yesterday. Struck out 3 times, but did hit the ball really hard that last time up. 0-1 the count. The pitch home. Swung on, grounded towards second base. Evans makes the play, throws over to first. 2 gone in the inning. And Oliver pointing towards the dugout as the Elizabethton dugout much more lively in the early going compared to yesterday when they were down 3-0. But they've been chatty in both games. We had a little dugout war going on yesterday when the game was tied in the 9th inning. Devin Mitchell also hit a solo home run in yesterday's game. It came in the 5th inning. First pitch. Swung on, grounded, sharply foul down the third baseline. Scooped up by the videographer, Nigel. And that ball will find its way into a fan's hand, courtesy of Julian Picel, one of the relievers hanging out with a PVC pipe in the bullpen. So the count 0-1 to Mitchell, trying to make it back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Oliver's not going to get it here. Mitchell whacks it into left field. It's the first hit of the night for Burlington, and Devin Mitchell stays hot. Another kid who's been really impressive, Kyler Baxter. Well, you want guys that get on base a lot and don't strike out. Kyler Baxter, the epitome of that through the first week of the Appy League. Tops the first one foul. Baxter is the only player in the Appy League with at least 10 at-bats and no strikeouts. He has the lowest K rate of any player at 0%. For those of you who struggled to do math. And Baxter reached all 5 times yesterday. 2 hits, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. Scored the game-tying run in the 9th inning. 0-1. Outside. Baxter leaves it. Played at Wake Forest the last 2 seasons. Did not appear in any games this year after getting a couple at-bats in his freshman season with the Demon Deacons. So 2 outs. Mitchell leads off of first. 1-1 from Oliver. Down and low again. Baxter is a switch hitter, but Burlington has not seen a lefty in this series, this 2-game set with the River Riders. 2 balls and 1 strike. Baxter watches it again. It's 3 balls and a strike. And a guy that just comes to life late in games. He's tied for 3rd in the Appy League in on-base percentage in the innings from 7 to 9, .833. 3-1. Mitchell takes off, and it doesn't matter. He won't get the stolen base. Baxter walks on 5 pitches. 4 straight misses from Brendan Oliver, the first time he's issued a walk tonight. And it's the first time since the opening series we've seen Justin Munoz. He's one of 3 18-year-olds on this team. The oldest of those 3, born in June of '07, celebrating his birthday in the coming weeks. First pitch. Swung on, grounded down the third baseline and foul, just a few feet to the left of the bag. Munoz had a fantastic first series against Kingsport. Every time he reached base, he scored. 6 runs scored in 3 games played. He's behind the plate tonight. 0-1. Lifted foul high above the bleachers and out of play. Count 0-2. Munoz 2 for 9 in that series. Digs back in. Awaits an 0-2 from Oliver. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Brendan Oliver has an impeccable breaking pitch. That's his 4th strikeout in 2 innings. All have come swinging. All have come on a breaking pitch. And he strands 2 runners here in the 2nd inning. Elizabethton leads 4-0. We head to the 3rd. 4-0. The River Riders ahead of the Sock Puppets through 2 innings of play. And Josh Evans back out to the mound for his 3rd inning of work, looking to make it a clean one. He'll have Johnstone, DeMario, and Tarchalski, the 5, 6, 7 spot of this E-Town order. So lefty Johnstone first. Evans' first offering misses outside. He got Johnstone looking the first time, just basically worked the outer part of the plate the entire at-bat. Got 3 straight looks, and the third one was finally called strike 3. 1-0 is up and in to Johnstone, who is headed across the country back towards where he grew up. Not quite Los Gatos, California, but Eugene, Oregon will have to do. 2 balls and no strikes. And that makes it 3-0. And he only left Cal State Fullerton after a phenomenal freshman season where he was the Big West leader in batting average during conference play. Hit over 400. 3-0 in there, strike 1. But the only reason he did leave was to go to Vanderbilt and play with his older brother. And saw limited action in his sophomore year. So he heads back out west. 3-1 pitch outside. 4 balls is a walk, and it's another leadoff walk issued by Josh Evans. 2nd inning in a row, and the 3rd walk he's allowed tonight. Burlington sits alone atop the Appy League standings in this early part of the season. 5-1. A Sock Puppets mark, looking to even the 2022 squad that won 9 of its first 10 games. They started the season 9-0. First pitch is outside again to DeMario. Not wanting to hang any breaking pitches over the plate as DeMario clubbed one over the left field fence in his first at-bat for his first home run of the season. 1-0. Hits him. And Evans is struggling with his control. That is the 6th free pass issued today. Two on and no one out for Elizabethton. Talked pregame. They have technically yet to play in a game where at least one team does not score 10 runs. First pitch to Tarchalski misses up and away. I'll have to take it up with the official scorekeepers. They don't count the extra inning rule. There's no wins, no losses for the pitchers. Tarchalski hammers it into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Weish will toss it in, and they'll hold Johnstone at 3rd. It's bases loaded and no one out. And limited activity in the Burlington pen. Second time Tarchalski has reached tonight. Both times he's hit the ball hard. There's another mound visit coming from Dave Schmidt. They look down towards the pen. Mason Hatcher throwing heavy balls off the padded wall. Schmidt will just try and calm down his left-hander, who has given up 5 hits, 3 walks, and 2 hit batters. Hatcher will start to quicken up his routine. And Schmidt will saunter off the mound back towards the dugout. Matt Evans up with a man in scoring position his last time up. He entered the game as the team's leader in RBIs, has since been dethroned by Evan DeMario. So E-Town a chance to really put a beating to Burlington in the early going. Already up 4-0 and the bases loaded, no one out. First pitch to Evans is in there. Called strike on the outside corner. Good sink movement on the first pitch fastball from the lefty Evans. Popped out to second base his first time up to end the first inning. Bats in the third inning as the 8th man in this order. Nearly gets away from Munoz down. A ball and a strike. Team that hits .302 with runners on. It's first in the Appy League. That one is cranked deep down the left field line. And now Weiss will range in, and Fernandez will drop it off his glove. It's foul. Hung in the air for a long time, and Fernandez got his glove on it, unable to make the catch. So it's no harm, no foul. Well, it is a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count to Evans. Another 1-2. Evans from the windup. Swing and a miss. Dropped it out underneath with a changeup. And down goes Evans for the first out of the inning. Third K of the game for Josh Evans. And now if he can just get a ground ball, he can entirely evade the threat. Bo Strickland walked in the second, was picked off of first base by Evans. Working from the near side of the rubber. First pitch, high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. One of the hottest days of the summer, undoubtedly. Temperatures nearing triple digits at first pitch, 99 degrees. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Hard cut at the breaking pitch. Evens the count to 1-1. Sock Puppets chant ring throughout the ballpark, the most crowded it has been in the early part of the season and opening week. 1-1. Swing and a miss again. Chased a changeup on the outer half. A ball and 2 strikes. If Evans can battle back and work out of this bases loaded jam, he could leave 6 men on in 3 innings. 1-2. Took something off of the changeup there and missed high and away again. It's where he's missed quite a few times tonight. 4-0 Elizabethton in the top of the third inning. River Riders trying to even this mini series at 1 apiece. 2-2 misses inside, works it full, and nowhere to put Matt Evans with a man gone in the inning, and the bases juiced. It's Johnstone at third, DeMario at second, and Tarchalski at first. Evans out of the windup, full count. Swung on and hit down the third baseline, foul. That one looked to be inside, but Evans having to defend with 2 strikes. Chopped it off. If he would have taken it, it would have likely been ball 4. Another 3-2 from Evans. Outside, he lost him, ball 4. And it's 5-0 Elizabethton, and it's the end of the road for Josh Evans tonight. Mickey Tettleton out of the dugout. Mason Hatcher will be the new arm for the Sock Puppets. We'll take a quick break. 5-0 Elizabethton over Burlington here in the top of the third inning. Mason Hatcher up and out of the pen to try and leave the bases loaded here in the third inning. He is a fantastic relief arm. Played in Danville back in 2024, so 2 years ago, and he had a .92 ERA. So Hatcher's first batter he will face is the top part of this order, Jackson Reardon. 1 for 2 tonight. Hatcher came in the middle of an inning and went 1 1/3. Walked 2, struck out 2. He's been really solid arm. Played at Radford. First pitch is low. Munoz stops it in front of the plate. At 20 innings in his redshirt freshman season, struck out 29 guys, only issued 10 walks. Number 18 pitcher from Virginia in the class of 2024. 1-0 is in there, strike one. The count now a ball and a strike to Reardon. Single and a ground out, and he's hitting for the third time here in this third inning. Was stranded in the second. 1-1. Down and away, make it 2 balls and 1 strike. And still nowhere to put Reardon, who got his first hit of the series last time up, 1 for 7 against Burlington this year. 2-1's in there for a called strike. Hatcher's worked it even at 2-2. Sweeper, slider, fastball combo from the right-hander. Gets set. 2-2 pitch. Outside, can't catch the corner, and the count is full. Fastball just shy of touching 90 in his first at-bat today. 89.9 on the last one. So the full count pitch. Swung on and served into left center field. Mitchell giving chase. This is going to be deep enough to score a run from third and also move every runner up as the throw comes high over the shortstop Fernandez's head. So DeMario is in to score to make it 6-0. But a productive out to get the second one. It's a sac fly for Reardon. First RBI this season for Reardon. First pitch to Platson is swung on and missed. Hatcher set for the 0-1. Pitch home is in there for a called second strike, and Hatcher trying to come in and just get his 2 outs and march back to the dugout. Platson hit by pitch, run scored in the first inning. He struck out looking in the second. 0-2. In the dirt. Munoz blocks it. And we'll get a new ball from home plate umpire Tyler Gist for sending it back to the mound, Munoz. 5-0 the lead for Elizabethton. 6-0 the lead for Elizabethton after that sac fly from Reardon. Pitch home. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Fernandez gets it after Neville ducked out of the way, and the throw over to first base in time to end the inning. 2 runs come to score. Elizabethton is cruising here. It's 6-0 after 2.5 innings of play. back in Burlington for the bottom of the third inning, and it's been all Elizabethton here in the early going. 6-0 is the score. And the first pitch to Braden Maranto misses for a ball. And Maranto, the hottest hitting second baseman in the league. He's at .450, and he's played in every game. Oliver goes home. That one fouled back. Got a ball and a strike. Maranto, the league's leader in RBI, and he extended that last night with his 9th of the season in just 6 games. The 1-1. Tapped foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Maranto. 1243 OPS. He's been so clutch here, just kind of getting the top of the lineup set back up as the 9-man. 1-2. Outside, missed it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oliver trying to make it 5 Ks in his first time through the order. Two. Swung on, sent down the right field line. Foul off the protective netting. Good mix in this AB. Slow, fast, slow, fast, slow from Oliver. Mixing in the sinker with the off-speed slider and changeups. Another 2-2 towards Maranto. Didn't like it. Checked his swing. Did not go around, and he makes the count 4-3-2. Maranto also pretty impeccable eye. He's walked 7 times this year and struck out just twice. Pair that with 4 extra base hits, all doubles. Full count pitch. Swung on, set back up the middle for a base hit. Braden Maranto continues to stroke it well. And he's got the leadoff man on here in the 3rd inning. Hard hit ball back up the middle. It's the first time Burlington's put a man on with no one out. And Orlando Fernandez, in a big way, needs to break out of his early season slump. He's 1 for 17 to start year 2 in Saukville. Popped out in the first. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup down and in. Backing away. Kind of tailing towards that back foot in Fernandez's stance. Count is 0-1. Digs back in. Taps the plate twice and comes into his stance. Hitting from the right side. The 0-1. Swung on. Grounded towards shortstop. The only play will be to first base. Fernandez is thrown out. Reardon beats him barely. Darchalski with a big stretch over at first base. It's not all for naught as Maranto moves up to second base. Almost sounded like his bat may be broken on that play. Then stands Bruce Weish. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out back in the first inning. Maranto leads off a second. First pitch home. Weish swings and misses at a slider. So much spin out of the zone. He's just been so strong at locating his breaking pitches. The 0-1. Swing and a miss again. Bruce Weish down 0-2 for the second time tonight. He struck out on 3 pitches back in the first inning. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Weish taking his top hand off the ball, and he gets 3 swinging strikes. Brendan Oliver just toying with Weish. Now 5 swing and misses through 2 at-bats. That's the second man sat down this inning. So with 2 outs, in stands Deacon Pomeroy. 5 punch-outs through 2 2/3 of work for Brendan Oliver. The other 3 outs, all softly hit, 2 groundouts and a pop-out. Pomeroy takes a first pitch strike fastball on the inside corner. Moranto with a leadoff single. He stands at second base. 0-1 to Pomeroy is hammered foul towards his dugout, and now down 0-2. Already struck out in the first inning. It's another slider that he chased out of the zone. Comes set. 0-2. Didn't chase that one. They missed outside. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Pomeroy awaits it. Swings and sits one softly in the left field. That one is going to get down. Moranto around third will come in to score, and Deacon Pomeroy has his first RBI of the season. It's an RBI single with 2 outs in the third inning, and Burlington is on the board. It's 6-1. Chance to cut the lead in half if Brandon Novy can do what he's done successfully in back-to-back games, and that's leave the yard. 468-foot home run to left field yesterday. Pomeroy off of first. First pitch from Oliver. He's in there for a strike. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Testing the middle of this order with first pitch fastballs. On the count to Novy. Watches that one down. Changeup couldn't quite find the zone. Count even at 1-1. And Oliver, who has just kind of mowed through this order outside of the 2 hits in this inning, and the single by Devin Mitchell in the second, struck out Novy in the second inning. 1-1. Novy cracks his bat on a grounder to third. Scooped up by Johnstone. Throw across the diamond in time. Novy is set down, and that will end the third inning. We're a third of the way done in Burlington, and it's Elizabethton with a 6-1 lead over the Sock Puppets. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. Burlington gets one back in the bottom of the third inning. They still trail it 6-1 here as we head to the fourth. Mason Hatcher out to start his first full inning of work. And they'll have the 3-4-5 part of this order: Noah Haught, Austin Rose, and Carter Johnstone. Hatcher got the 2 outs needed out of the bullpen in the 3rd inning. First pitch is high and away to Noah Hott. Hott a double and a walk in this game. Scored a run and hit one in the first. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hard cut at a fastball. Went right by him. Mason Hatcher. One count. Pitch to Hott. Swung on, sent down the right field line, hooking towards the fair ball. It's fair ball. It just barely snuck inside the line. It almost looked like it was going to be foul, and that one maybe kicking up some chalk. The fans in front have no arguments. It's the only part of the park that's invisible from up here. Is it's just about 3 feet of space in foul territory. It's a leadoff double for Noah Hott, his 2nd double of the game, and a guy who has 4 extra base hits this season. First pitch to Austin Rose is in there for a strike. Count 0-1 to Rose. This is low and away with that one. So now for Noah Hott, he's got 4 hits this year, and all 4 of them are doubles. So he squeezes that OPS to 1504. 444 average through 9 ABs. A ball and a strike to Rose. Watches that one fall upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rose a single and a flyout in this game. He's 1 for 5 in the series, reaching base 3 times in 7 plate appearances. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew right by him. Hatcher again, turning it up a notch. Two the count with no one gone here in the top of the 4th inning. Hatcher readies, working from the stretch. Pitch home. Curveball is tapped foul, out of play. Able to fight that one off and force another 2-2. Elizabethton is 1-1 when they score first, and they had the first 6 runs of this game. 4 in the 1st inning and 2 in the 3rd. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. Mason Hatcher blows it by him again. Another fastball sets down Austin Rose. First punch out of the game for Hatcher. And first time Rose has been set down on strikes today. Carter Johnstone, the 3rd man to bat this inning, and the 2nd of 2 lefties deployed by head coach Jeremy Owens today. Walking a strikeout for Johnstone through 2 trips. First pitch from Hatcher. Tapped foul. Checked it. Just leveling his bat in the zone for a moment to make contact with that one. No balls, 1 strike. The count to Johnstone. Pitch home is low from Mason Hatcher. First man out of the bullpen for the Sock Puppets in this game. The last 2 guys to start out of the bullpen be the first man out as the 1-1 from Hatcher sent high and deep to right field. Giving chase is Baxter. It's off the wall. Johnstone has extra bases. Here comes Hott around third. He will score. It's an RBI double for Carter Johnstone. He has his first RBI hit of the season. And the lead grows back to 6. It's 7-1. Elizabethton continuing to show It's offensive muscle. In stands Evan DeMario. Hit a home run back in the first inning. Was hit by pitch his last AB, and he watches the first one outside for ball one. Fourth time this season that Elizabethton has scored 7 runs. Burlington has accomplished that feat 5 times in all 5 wins. Pitch from Hatcher in there for a strike. Makes the count 1-1. Mario atop the team lead in RBI, half of them coming in the first inning of today's game. Swings and misses at a fastball, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. It's the first run allowed by Mason Hatcher this year. It comes on a pair of doubles, Haught trading places with Johnstone. 1-2. Swung on, grounded towards third. Deep in the hole, past Novi into left field. Weiss charges in to cut it off and throws it into second to hold DeMario to a single. Third time he's reached tonight, and Elizabethton's bats are hot tonight. 8 hits, and we haven't even completed the top of the 4th inning yet. And you look at how different it is from last night when 5 of the first 6 runs were scored without RBI, and tonight all 8 runs were knocked in. 7-1 the lead for Elizabethton. First pitch to Tarchalski is called for a strike. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Hatcher comes set. 0-1 pitch. Is low. Munoz stepping up from his crouch. One. Tarchalski sends it to center. Coming in hard is Mitchell. Makes the catch. Tagging from third and now giving it a second look. Great play by Devin Mitchell to hold Johnstone at third. And Jeremy Owens signaling to Matt Evans, the new batter, to pick his team up. So not enough distance on the fly ball from Tarchalski. Hatcher looks to hold the threat to just 1 run this inning. First pitch to Matt Evans. Nearly hits him on the hand there on the inside corner. It's a ball and no strikes. Evans 0 for 2 tonight. A pop out and a strikeout. Awaits the 1-0. Hatcher comes set, goes home. That one in there for a strike. Hatcher has gone to the fastball more times than not tonight. Good mix of changeups and sweepers in there as well. Has yet to throw the same pitch twice in a row this inning. That one grounded to third. Novi off his glove to Fernandez over to first base. What a play! Unplanned. Novi lost it off his glove, and it bounced right into Fernandez's mitt, and it goes 5-6-3 for the third out of the inning. A pair of doubles. Carter Johnstone knocks in Noah Haught. The score, 7-1, Elizabethton over Burlington. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. It's the bottom of the fourth. L.J. Edwards to lead things off, and it's still Brendan Oliver out there. 3 strong innings, just 1 run allowed. First pitch to Edwards misses outside. Edwards is in his own boat with Fernandez reaching base on a single in the 9th inning last night. He's the only sock puppet in the order without a hit. Arrived just a few days ago and got his first game action yesterday. Went 0 for 5 and 0 for 1 in this game. Swings and misses at the 1-0 for strike 1. And Oliver has generated so many swings and misses tonight. One. Edwards watches it. Good tail action to try and work it back into the zone, but it misses. Count moves to 2-1. Edwards bounced out to second in the second inning. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Backdoor breaking ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Virginia Cavalier, who was in the transfer portal. Played in just 1 game at UVA this year. And awaits a 2-2 from Oliver. Doesn't offer at it. Fastball missed outside. Works it full. It's 3-2. Julian Picel warming in the Sock Puppets bullpen. Albeit warming up in the middle of the 2 mounds. 3-2 pitch to Edwards. Swing and a miss. Blew it past him. L.J. Edwards down on strikes. It's the 6th K of the game for Brendan Oliver, all 6 of which have been swinging. Hard to find a pitcher that generates as many whiffs as Brendan Oliver this year. And so in stands Devin Mitchell, the first man to get to Oliver today. He lined a single into center field back in the 2nd inning. First pitch to Mitchell. Low and away, bounced in the dirt, ball 1. Mitchell has been very solid in this series. 3 for 6. He scored 2 runs, and he knocked in a run. Knocked in himself yesterday with a solo shot. 1-0 pitch to Mitchell is sent high and above the press box here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. A ball and 1 strike. A man who's played right in center field, getting his 2nd start in center field in a row. Bryce Clavon was in Happy Valley as he committed to Penn State yesterday. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, blew it past Mitchell. Continues to rack up the whiffs. Gets set for a 1-2. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. Another one. Mitchell's down on strikes. 7 punch-outs tonight for Brendan Oliver. All swinging. In stands Kyler Baxter, a guy who's reached base 6 straight trips to the plate. First pitch. He is outside for a ball. Baxter walked for the 6th time this season back in the 2nd inning. First pitch, or second pitch, is cracked into right center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Baxter's thinking about 2 out of the box, takes a hard turn at first base, and the ball gets past the shortstop Reardon, rolls to third. Johnstone collects it, and Kyler Baxter might be the hottest player in the league. He's reached 7 straight times. Great piece of hitting there with 2 outs. And now Justin Munoz is called for a pitch clock violation, so the count is 0-1, and Munoz is going to plead his case with home plate umpire Tyler Gist, who's not buying it. That's the fourth time we've seen a pitch violation called in the series. 3 against Burlington and once against Elizabethton, all of which have come on the batter. 0-1 is down low. Good block by the catcher Rose to hold Paxter Pat at first. Munoz still chatting with Gist. One. Swing and a miss. Another whiff from Brendan Oliver. So 1-2 count to Munoz. Umpires these days have to be a lot more aware. Have to watch the pitch clock while they're waiting for an at-bat to start. Quick throw over to first base to check on Baxter. Another 1-2 is in there. That's a looking one, and that is 3 punch-outs in the inning, up to 8 Ks today. Brandon Oliver has worked a flawless 4 innings. It's 7-1 Elizabethton after 4 innings of play. We head to the 5th. Back at Burlington Athletic Stadium for the top of the 5th inning, and what a remarkable day from Brendan Oliver on the other end. Not only has he been so stout getting 8 punch-outs, he's generated a whopping 16 whiffs in this game. Mason Hatcher back out there, and that one misses outside. That's over 25% whiff rate in a game. He's thrown 61 pitches and 43 for strikes. 1-0 to Strickland is fouled away. Count, a ball and a strike. That one just missing. Makes it 2-1. Strickland, a pair of walks tonight. Extends his total as the league's leader in that category to 10 base on balls. He hits just 111 this season. 2-1. High again, and Strickland so patient in the batter's box, doesn't even think to offer at that. Hatcher walked him in the 3rd. And he loses him there. And Hatcher, in disbelief, exclaims, "What?" and continues to stare down towards home plate. The leadoff man aboard for the fourth inning in a row. Innings 2 through 5. Elizabethton has put a man on to start the inning. Back to the top of the order, Jackson Reardon digs back in. Watches a first pitch fastball in there for strike one. Fourth at bat of the game in inning number 5. 1 for 2 officially, a single, a ground out, and a sacrifice fly his last time up. 0-1. In front of the plate, Munoz blocks it, and Strickland thought better than to run down towards second. There was a similar play yesterday where DiCarlo from behind home plate kind of bobbled the ball and then shifted and made an off-balance throw down to second base. And he caught the guy stealing. One. In there, called second strike. It was Austin Rose who was caught stealing yesterday. Count moves to 1-2 to Reardon. Recorded his first RBI of the season in his last at-bat. A ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, lifted high in the air, foul, hooking towards the line. And Pomeroy will run out of space as that one bounces off the pavement in the fan engagement area with the picnic tables. (7-1) the score. Elizabethton ahead of Burlington here in the top of inning number 5. 4 runs in the first inning, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth for the River Riders. Big lead off of first. Strickland will go towards second. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base is just not in time. Maranto couldn't quite clip the helmet of Strickland, so it's a stolen base and a strikeout. You get the strike him out, you can't quite get the throw him out as Munoz throw just offline, so it moves a runner into scoring position for Cole Pladsen. The River Riders getting at-bat number 14 of this game with a man in scoring position. 7 men left on and 7 men brought in. First pitch to Pladsen misses upstairs. He's 1 for 7 in the series. Reached on a hit by pitch back in the first, struck out in the second, grounded out in the third inning. And the Go Pokes player does not swing at the 1-0 pitch, makes it 2-0. Activity in the Elizabethton bullpen as Clayton Moore gets set to go. 2-0 pitch from Hatcher, tipped into the glove of Munoz for strike one. Burlington's largest comeback of the season is 3 runs in Monday's win over Pulaski. They'd have to undo a 6-run deficit to win this game. 2-1 pitch misses outside on the changeup from Hatcher, brings it to 3-1. Elizabethton, not great hitting, but against righties, they are certainly better than against lefties. That one is ball 4. Hatcher will walk down towards first base. Team that's 6th best in the league in batting average, but 3rd best when they're up against right-handed pitching. And they've gotten a lefty and a righty today, and they've scored 7 runs. 1 out walk to Pladsen. And pitching coach Schmitty will pay a visit to Mason Hatcher as he motions for his bullpen to quicken up. Joe Gomez grabs a baseball and begins to start throwing. If you're looking to add style, comfort, and protection to your home, business, or vehicle, I got the place for you. Sun Tamers Window Tinting. They've got you covered. Their professional window tinting helps block harmful UV rays, improve energy efficiency, and enhance the look of any space. They also offer clear paint protection film to preserve your vehicle's finish and custom wraps for a bold new look without affecting resale value. When quality matters, trust the experts at Sun Tamers Window Tinting. That's the toughest out in this Elizabethton order today. Noah Hott. A pair of doubles and a walk. Reached base all 3 times. He scored twice. First pitch. In there for a strike. Hott stares up at the sky as he watches a first pitch fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Strickland takes off towards third. 0-1 is low. Throw down to third, not in time. Strickland has third base. It's his 5th stolen base of the season. He joins Bryce Clavon, Jackson Geiger, and Brody Gindra in a tie for second. Only Caleb Ricks of the Otterbots with more stolen bases with 6. 1-1 pitch from Hatcher. Swing and a miss. Hard cut of the fastball from Noah Hott. Got nothing but air. Moves the count to 1-2. Platson still at first base. 2-strike count could see him in motion. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another fastball right past Hott, who swung when the ball was in the catcher's glove. Mason Hatcher gets a huge second strikeout. His 4th K of the game. In stands Austin Rose. Hatcher's first punch-out victim back in the 4th inning. And hits the first one foul off the netting towards the right side. No balls and 1 strike to Rose, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored in the 1st inning, flew out in the 2nd, and struck out in the 4th inning. A native of Newark, Ohio, and the Ohio State Buckeye. Taking off towards second is Platson. Fastball again, swung on and missed. Mason Hatcher really turning it up here in the 5th inning. Three of his last 4 pitches have been swing and misses at his fastball. Count 0-2 to Rose. Hatcher kicks and deals home and gets a softly hit ball into right field for a base hit. In comes Strickland, and they're waving Platson around third. Throw not cut off, and it's not in time. It's 9-1 Elizabethton, a 2 RBI single for Austin Rose. It's the largest deficit of the season for the Sock Puppets. And Elizabethton's bats have been on fire tonight. In stands the 6th man to hit this inning, Carter Johnstone. Elizabethton has sent at least 5 men to the plate in every inning. First pitch, tapped foul behind home plate. The ball boy tonight, Kyle Piercy, out to retrieve it after he started yesterday's game, went 2 1/3 innings. Gave up just 1 hit but allowed 3 runs. Hatcher set. 0-1 to Johnstone is low and away on the changeup. We talk about timely hitting from the River Riders tonight. Five of 9 runs scored have come with 2 outs, with the 2 bulk hits, both double RBI hits. That one is fouled off by Johnstone. Hit a 3 RBI swing by DeMario in the 1st inning and a 2 RBI single from Rose. in an astounding 6 for 15 with men in scoring position. Burlington only has 3 ABs with a man on second or third this game. 1-2 from Hatcher. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch. Buckles Johnstone. He swings and misses at it and makes it 4 punch-outs from Mason Hatcher, and he strikes out all 3 of his outs that inning. Checkerboard pattern with a walk, strikeout, walk, and another strikeout there to end the inning. It's 9-1, Elizabethton with the lead over Burlington. We are halfway through this one on Friday night at the ballpark. Nine to 1. The score. Burlington surrendered the lead in the first inning. A 4-run first for the River Riders has been enough, and they lead by 8 runs. Braden Moranto to lead things off, and there's a new arm for the River Riders. Clayton Moore starts his first inning of work. He starts it with a fastball upstairs to Braden Moranto. 1-0 pitch is away again. Second outing of the year for Clayton Moore. Played at Seminole State Junior College in Florida. 3 innings pitched in his first outing. Struck out 5, did not allow a run, and gets a swing and a miss from Moranto. That is rare, and he was swinging hard there. Got a big 2-0 fastball. Out of the windup. 2-1 is outside again. Quick work from Moore. He gets ready to deliver his 3-1. That one misses for ball 4. Seminole State actually in Oklahoma, not in Florida. That's nearby Norman, Oklahoma, his hometown, where he was a force to be reckoned with on the mound this season. His sophomore year, 7-2 in 12 starts, with a 4.36 ERA. Struck out 70 guys, absolute flamethrower out there, and he can throw plenty of strikes. Early fastball is 92 miles an hour, and that one misses inside to Fernandez. What do you know? Braden Moranto reaches base to lead off an inning and set up the top of this order. It's almost like clockwork at this point. Fernandez awaits a 1-0 from Moore. Pitch home. In there, strike 1. Fastball humming along in there. Fernandez 0 for 2 tonight. He popped out and grounded out. Moved Moranto into scoring position. Eventually scored that inning. 1-1 pitch is in there. Low and away. Fernandez didn't quite think it caught the corner. Count moves to 1-2. So 2 kids playing JUCO going up against each other. Separated by thousands of miles, and Fernandez is down on strikes. Moore gets the best, wins the battle of JUCO there. Gets the first out of the inning, and Fernandez has really fallen into a hole since returning after a 2-game break. He's 1 for 9 in the series, and he's really only hit 2 or 3 balls hard. Check over to Moranto at first. He's back in sliding. Weish awaits the first one. Fastball doesn't catch the corner. Weish with a pair of strikeouts tonight. And the whiffs have been aplenty for this Burlington team. Contact has not been very easy tonight. That one tipped into the glove of the catcher, Rose. And Weish, in his first at-bat, went down on 3 pitches and then struck out swinging again in the 3rd inning on 3 pitches as well. That one tapped foul in front of home plate to make it 0-2, 1-2 to Bruce Weish. Weish the most Ks on his team entering today. He's hit a couple balls hard in this series, including last night. Awaits a 1-2. Moore goes home. That one's upstairs. Weish didn't offer at it. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weish from McDonough, Georgia. Throw over to Moranto at first. So there's a few kids on this team that hail from the state of Georgia. 2-2 pitch for Moore. Tap foul. Josh Evans, who started on the mound from Lawrenceville, and Bryce Clavon, who makes his return likely tomorrow in the game against the Otterbots after a trip to Penn State to check out his new school. He's from Kennesaw. Count remains 2-2 to Bruce Weish. Pitch home. High and away again. Weish has worked it full. It's 3-2. Three and 2 the count to Weish. Moranto leading off of first with 1 out in the inning. Taps it foul again behind home plate, and Bruce Weish has put together a quality at bat. That one getting all the way past home plate on the bounce off the backstop. Moore heaves it towards the Burlington dugout. And an offense that desperately needs to start scoring runs to get itself back in this game and avoid a possible run rule loss. 3-2 pitch to Weish is down for ball 4. Weish watched it. It was very close on the black. And Tyler Giz says it misses downstairs. It's 2 men on, and the good part of the order, Deacon Pomeroy. The 3-man digs in. RBI single, the only run driven in this game for Burlington, and a 9-1 hole. Pomeroy 1 for 2 tonight with the single in the 3rd, the strikeout back in the 1st inning. OPS over 1,000 this year. First pitch home. Swung on, cranked deep to center field. Strickland backs up, and it is over the fence. A 3-run blast. Deacon Pomeroy has brought Burlington back into this game. It's the first home run to center field at the ballpark this year, and it's off the bat of Deacon Pomeroy. Makes it 9-4. Burlington trails by just 5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. .419 feet for his first home run of the season, and the first home run by a sock puppet that did not play at NC State last year. He finally breaks the curse in Game 7. In stands Brandon Novy. That one is in there for strike 1. Pomeroy goes without a home run in his first 3 games. Hits one here. Goes without an RBI in his first 3 games and has 4 tonight. Novi watches the 0-1 in the dirt for ball 1. Mickey Tettleton saying before the game that his impressive attitude surrounding his lineup is just around the talent as a whole in the league. Novi swings through that one, makes it 1-2. I mean, Mickey's been around the league now for 4 seasons after starting as the hitting coach in Greenville and managing Danville for the last 2 seasons before coming to Burlington. Has kind of seen this league grow up. 1-2 is on the outside corner. Novi's rung up. He did not like the call as he'll walk back towards the dugout. Second time he's sat down on strikes tonight. In stands L.J. Edwards. So 2 punch-outs in the inning for Clayton Moore. Edwards hitless in 7 tries this series. Watches the first one fall outside for ball 1. Make it 4 straight games with a home run for Burlington. All 4 coming on this home stand. Two-0 to Edwards. Lifts it foul up against the netting. Down to 2-1. Edwards has had a rough welcome to this league. He's only hit 1 ball hard in 7 tries. That one misses inside. Edwards trying to reach base for the first time. Guy with great raw power and was the 2nd-ranked outfielder out of the Sunshine State in his class just 2 years ago. Top 80 recruit out of Perfect Game. 3-1 pitch to Edwards. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Count to 3-2 to Edwards, who hails from Lake Helen, Florida. 3-2 for Moore. Up and in. Edwards works a 2-out walk. That'll draw a visit from Josh Lucas, the pitching coach, and it's really might seem insurmountable in the fact that no team has come back for more than 3 runs this year. Might be telling. As there's been 4 teams to crawl out of a 3-run hole and go on to win the game this year. Another one being last night. Kingsport earning its first win of the season after trailing 3-0 in the first inning last night. Let's take a trip around the Appy League. And Kingsport right now is up 8-5 again over Johnson City. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Bluefield trying to get a 2-game sweep over Danville, whose pitching staff has been so impressive in the early going. Bluefield is up 3-2. And Greenville leads Pulaski 5-2 after 6 innings of play. Sock Puppets will play a home-and-home with the Otterbots Saturday and Sunday. First pitch to Mitchell is upstairs for a ball. Mitchell a single and a strikeout in this game. Had a double and a home run in last night's game. Waits the 1-0 from Moore. Hacks at it and sends it high in the air. This will be a very high out. Third baseman John Stone makes the catch, ends the inning, and the Sock Puppets down, but not after a 3-run blast. Deacon Pomeroy leaves the yard for the first time this season, and Burlington cuts into the lead. It's 9-4, Elizabethton over Burlington after 5 innings. Third outing of the season
in season number 3.
for Joe Gomez. The second man out of the bullpen today. Mason Hatcher's day is done after surrendering 3 runs. So Gomez will get the 6, 7, 8 spot. Evan DeMario, Hunter Tarchalski, and Matt Evans to lead things off. Gomez, a solid 2 outings so far this year. Got into a little bit of trouble his last time out, though. And that was on Monday. He did get credited with the win in that game, but he walked 4 guys. Yet to strike a batter out. 8 walks in 2 games. In stands DeMario. Has reached base 3 times tonight. First pitch, fastball inside to DeMario. A 3-run home run back in the first inning and a hit by pitch in the third. Scored both times there, singled in the fourth. That one sent on a ground to shortstop. Fernandez on a backhand. Throws over to first, and it is just barely high enough to land in the glove of Pomeroy for the first out of the inning. Gomez gets the leadoff man retired for the first time since the first inning for the Sock Puppet side of things. It stands Hunter Tarchalski. 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball catches the outside corner. Tarchalski with a single in the third. Flew out and reached on an error as well tonight. Making his first appearance in this series. Gomez steps off. Wipes his hand off on his pants sleeve. Tarchalski is teammates with Orlando Fernandez at Northwest State Florida College. They were chatting it up before the game yesterday, as well as L.J. Edwards, who was over there, 3 Florida natives. Tarchalski hails from Mary Esler, Florida. Swings through that pitch to bring the count to 1-2. Went to Niceville Senior High School. Had a great season at Northwest Florida State College. He had 5 games with 4+ hits. 1-2 from Gomez. His tapped foul sent over the bleachers on the right side. Awaits the 1-2 from Gomez. Swings and misses. Joe Gomez has his first punch out of the season. It's a breaking pitch that forces Tarchalski to swing out of the zone. That'll bring up Matt Evans. 9 runs scored for Elizabethton tonight. Matt Evans has not participated in the rally. He's 0 for 3. 0-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Fernandez moves in a couple steps and throws on to first base. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Gomez. Pair of softly hit ground balls and a strikeout shoved in between. 9-4 the score. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. Back here for bottom six, Kyler Baxter leads things off, and he's making it tough between him and Moranto. Who do you want to face less as an opposing pitcher? Baxter's reached 7 straight times. Takes the first pitch upstairs. Fastball misses, 1 ball and no strikes. Baxter single and a walk tonight. He's 3 for 3 in this series. He's walked 3 times. He was hit by a pitch last night. Scored the game-tying run. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. So a ball and a strike to Baxter, playing in his 5th defensive position already in just game 7. It's been a new one every time. He's played third base, left field. He's designated hit, and he played second base a few nights ago. And he played right field today. 1-1 pitch. Hacked that, line down the left field line, foul. Count moves to 2-2. Two to Baxter. Swing and a miss. And he can't believe it as he glances back towards Rose, the catcher, who squeezed it for the 3rd strike. It's the first time Kyler Baxter has struck out this season. A remarkable start to the year. It had to have come at some point, but it took 22 plate appearances to sit Kyler Baxter down on strikes. First pitch to Justin Munoz misses off the plate. So 1 ball, no strikes to the catcher, Munoz. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Munoz swings right through that one. One. Skips in front of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Munoz has been retired on strikes twice tonight, once swinging and once looking. And this is a guy who just set the all-time home run record at his high school, Millbrook, in New York. Impressive feat for one of the best players out of that school ever. That one misses inside. Munoz swings through it, so now the count moves to 1-2. .92 miles an hour from Clayton Moore. 2-2 pitch. Doesn't quite catch the corner. Moore kind of tosses himself. He was halfway towards third base to begin his walk around the mound after nearly picking up his 4th K of the game. Instead, the count moves to full to Justin Munoz. Payoff pitch. He's inside, and Munoz works a 1-out walk. So in stands Braden Moranto with 1 out and a man on. Moranto has reached base in both at-bats tonight, and he's scored 2 of the 4 runs for the Sock Puppets. Moranto playing second base, played at Southern Miss. Quick throw over to first base from Moore to check on Munoz at first. Munoz trying to keep the streak alive of scoring every time he's reached base. 6 runs on 7 times reaching base this year. Leads off of first base. Pitch home. He's upstairs to Moranto. Munoz is going to play at Virginia Tech next season if he doesn't get drafted and sign with a major league organization. One of the guys that's been floated around as a possible MLB talent out of high school. That one misses upstairs again to Moranto. Count is 2-0. And Munoz, the oldest of the 3 18-year-olds on this team. Gets another swing. Moranto falling into pattern recognition here as he's got 2 2-0 counts tonight that he's swung through a 2-0 fastball. Moves the count to 2-1. He worked a walk his last time up after getting ahead in the count. So patient at the plate. 2-1 pitch for Moore. Moranto hacks at it, fouls it back. Gives a thumbs up sign towards his third base coach, Tommy Williams. More good strikeout stuff, but he's also lost his control a little bit tonight. He's issued 4 walks, struck out 3 in an inning and a third. Moranto slaps the 2-2 hard off the wood here. That holds this legendary press box intact. Another 2-2 coming to Moranto, the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Moore goes home. Moranto watches it outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A team that knows the strike zone better than you could say any other team in the league entering today. 54 walks, 7 more than any other Appy League team. 3-2 count to Moranto. Munoz off a first pitch home. Moranto slaps it into center field, and it will get down off the glove of Strickland in center. Munoz hightails it towards third. Quick throw in, and Moranto scampers to second. That is a one-out double for Braden Moranto, his 5th two-bagger of the season. And he puts runners at second and third with 1 out here in the 6th inning, and the top of this order due up. Moranto stays hot. He's back above 500 as a hitter this year. Incredible stuff. Austin Rose will hop out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. An OPS of 1360 for Moranto now. He's 2 for 2 again. It just feels like every night Braden Moranto is so focused on a remarkable story. His junior season at Amory High School in Mississippi, a massive few days of tornadoes swept across the nation, set Moranto's high school into a heap, knocked out their baseball facility. They did not host a playoff. They did not host a home game the remainder of that season. They still won the state championship, and Moranto was named MVP of Class 3A. First pitch to Orlando Fernandez, misses downstairs. Oh, it's called strike. Fernandez thought it was down. Regathers himself and stands back in. Waiting for his first hit tonight. 0 for 3 with a ground out, pop out, and a strikeout. 2 men in scoring position. 9-4 the lead. And Fernandez tardy on that swing. Makes it 0-2. He is 1 for 19 in 5 games. The 0-2. Swung on, grounded, through the hole and into left field for a base hit. In comes Munoz. They'll stop Moranto at third. It's an RBI single on back-to-back nights for Orlando Hernandez, and the tying run moves to the on-deck circle. The Sock Puppets have something here. The deficit that was once 8 runs is now cut to 5, and a dangerous part of the order heads to the plate with just 1 out in the 6th inning. No lead is safe when you have this Burlington order that can score runs at will. Double play is still in order. First pitch in there. Weish watches that one go by. 2 strikeouts for Weish on 6 pitches, and then he walked his last time up, worked back from a 1-2 hole to get on base, and he scored on a Pomeroy home run. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Weish. That one fooled him. Does not have a hit in this series. He's 0 for 7 officially. 0 for 5 last night. Fernandez off at first. Moranto at third. 0-2. Fernandez takes off. Throw is high. Down to Fernandez at second. He slides in safely. Throw to home is not in time. Moranto's in. Throw gets by, and Fernandez advances to third base. And just like the Sock Puppets have done multiple times this year, they grab 3 bags on 1 pitch. (9-6) the score in Burlington, North Carolina. The count to Weish is a ball and 2 strikes. Fernandez sets up the double steal to get a run in. Pitch home. Weish smacks it foul. Another 1-2 heading to Bruce Weish. Pitch home. Outside and low. Rose able to keep it in front of him. Count moves to 2-2. Weish is without an RBI. That one rings him up. Outside corner, and Bruce Weish set down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Weich's hitless streak extends to 8 at-bats in a row. Well, a chance to really swing momentum. Deacon Pomeroy did not flinch at the last time. 3-run home run his last time up. Watches the first one in the dirt for ball one, and you doubt he'll see a fastball, as the last one he saw, he hit 419 feet to deep center field. And that was on the first pitch of that at-bat. Fernandez at third. 1-0 pitch. Pomeroy watches it. It falls in the zone. Strike one. First bomb of the season for Pomeroy. And his second extra base hit. Any hit will score Fernandez from third. And that one is set up the middle. Scorches past ahead of the pitcher. And into center field. Deacon Pomeroy has his 5th run hit in of the night. A 5 RBI day for Deacon Pomeroy has brought Burlington to within 2 runs. Back-to-back 3-run innings. And here's Brandon Novy, the tying run. Eyes a fastball, which catches the corner, and Novy shrugs at that one. He was rung up looking last time, and he wasn't too much a fan of the call. He does represent the tying run. Has homered twice in this 4-game homestand. Awaits the 0-1 from Moore. That was an offer at it. He wanted it. Wants to swing so badly to make this a tie ball game. 1-1 the count to Novy. Pomeroy leading off of first. He has a 3-hit night. Novy's 0 for 3. That one is upstairs to Novy, who stands 6'5". Possesses the 4 hardest hit balls in the Appy League this year, 3 of which were last night. All above 110 miles an hour. 2-1. Does an offer at it. The count works to 3-1. And as a fan, you've seen Novy strike out twice tonight, and you just so badly want to see him connect with a baseball, because it has been absolute cinema when Brandon Novy makes contact this series. 3-1 pitch. Left it out. That one looked closer than the one he was rung up on earlier in the game. Nevertheless, it's a walk. Tying run to first base. Pomeroy up to second. In stands L.J. Edwards. Correct call by Tyler Gist. It missed upstairs. As was the looking punch-out call. Was also the correct call. Caught the black just barely back in the 4th inning. So 2 guys on with 2 outs in the 6th. Some activity in the Elizabethton bullpen. Gist makes the stroll out to the mound to try and break up this E-Town meeting. LJ Edwards still in search of that first hit. Man, it would be an elusive one right here. First pitch from Clayton Moore is low for ball one. Edwards 0 for 7 this series. 0 for 2 today. He struck out and grounded out. Worked a walk back in the 5th inning. Was stranded at first. 1-0 swings and misses right through it. And Edwards is at a tough time making contact. A ball and a strike. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Edwards pulls out in front of that one. Was extended through the zone before that pitch arrived. Moore with a chance to end the threat here. Already 3 runs in this inning. 9-7 Elizabethton over Burlington here in the 6th. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. It was Rose motioning to Moore to try and get Edwards to climb the ladder. Count stays at 1-2. Another 1-2. Moore goes home. Swing and a miss. Edwards down on strikes, and he will give himself up, tagged out on the drop third to end the inning. RBIs for Orlando Fernandez and Deacon Pomeroy. 3-run score in the inning. Burlington has made this a ball game. It's 9-7 after 6. Back in a moment for the top of the 7th. Joe Gomez works a 1-2-3 6th. His reward, go work another 1-2-3 in the 7th. And he has 9-1-2. Bo Strickland, Jackson Reardon, and Cole Platson. The 3 due up for the River Riders. Trying to build off his 8-pitch 6th. Gomez. First pitch to Strickland. Outside for a ball. Burlington trailed 9-1 after the top of the 5th inning, and they've gotten 6 runs back since that point. Joe Gomez 1-0 is down for ball 2. But Bo Strickland is certainly the most patient hitter on this team, and maybe even in the league. He's walked 11 times. Leads the league. 2-0 pitch. Inside, off the glove of Munoz, and tipped towards the backstop to make it 3 balls, no strikes. The sun is completely set tonight, and the lights on at the Burlington Athletic Stadium for a long night, baseball and fireworks, and the 3-0 hits Strickland in the head, and he moves out of the way of that one, but it caught him nonetheless. It was ball 4. Strickland will be visited by his trainer, who is Anibal Hernandez. And they'll have a quick look at him. We'll take a quick break. Mickey Tettleton going to go out to Joe Gomez and have a chat with his team. The conversation continues between the home plate umpire, Tyler Gist, and the Elizabethton trainer, Anibal Hernandez. We wait for the resumption of play. Gomez is back on the mound, and Strickland has worked down to first base. Chat continues. Gomez will throw a warm-up pitch. And now the meeting concludes. Gomez gets the okay from Tyler Gist. So the leadoff hit batter, Bo Strickland, reaches for the fourth time tonight without recording an official at-bat. In stands the leadoff man, Jackson Reardon. He's 1 for 3 in this game, a sac fly and a single. Watches the first one go by. Gomez has missed the zone 5 times in a row now. It's just been one scoreless inning in a row for Elizabethton tonight. That one swung on and missed. Gomez blows it past him. Been on the base paths plenty tonight. 8 men left on and 9 men knocked in. Gomez is 1-1. Swung on and missed. Good changeup from Gomez to work it to 1-2. Just picked up his first strikeout of the season in the last inning on Hunter Tarchalski. Gomez goes home. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back innings with a punch-out for Joe Gomez. Reardon is retired on strikes the second time he sat down tonight. So in stands Cole Pladsen. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a hit by pitch and a walk and a run scored back in the first. Doesn't swing at the 0-0. It's off the plate anyways. A ball and no strikes. One-0 pitch. Swung on, tap foul. Off the netting behind home plate. Cole Pladsen 1 for 7 in the series. His only hit, a big one yesterday to tie the game in the third inning. It was a double that one bounced the fence in right center field. 1-1. Pladsen watches it. Gomez released it too far outside. It stayed outside the whole way. Count is 2-1. The 2-1. Just can't quite catch the corner there. Burlington is last in the league in opposing batting average when facing lefties. 320 lefties do hit against the Sock Puppets. 3-1 pitch. Skips in front of home plate. Hits Munoz hard in the arm. And he's shaken up. It's ball 4 to Pladsen, who will trot down towards first. It's the 10th walk issued in 3 appearances by Joe Gomez. Ninth officially. You count the 3-ball hit by pitch he issued to lead off the inning. Two men on, one man gone here in the 7th inning. Elizabethton 9-7 lead over Burlington. Noah Hott digs in. Doesn't swing at the first pitch. Gomez missing down again. You start to wonder, if you're Dave Schmidt, how much longer of a leash does Gomez have in a 2-run game? Pitch home is high. Munoz bobbles it, makes the catch. But it misses 2-0, and he will trot out to the mound to have a conversation with Joe Gomez. Gomez, a 2023 high school preseason All-American from Enrico, Virginia. One of 4 pitchers on this team from Virginia and one of 2 from Enrico. Lawson McLeod also from the same spot, and that one is lined in the right field for a base hit for Hott. Coming in around third, they're going to wave Strickland home. Throw is instead goes to third, and up and standing safely at third is Pladsen. It's an RBI single for Noah Hott. And Elizabethton has hit that 10-run mark. They reclaim a 3-run lead. It's a 3-hit night for Noah Hott, and all 3 of his hits have just whistled into the outfield grass. Gomez needs a ground ball, and Austin Rose has not supplied any today. 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a flyout. Rose watches that one miss outside. Also struck out, make it 2 for 4 on Rose tonight. That one misses for ball 1. Pair of RBIs on his last swing. It was a 2 RBI single. That one catches the corner for strike 1. Rose has not walked in tonight's game, which is unusual considering he has walked in every other game -1 this season. 1-1 to Rose. Bends in there for a strike, and the count 1-2. Gomez would love nothing more than to strand Pladsen at third and Hott over at first base. The 1-2. Runner takes off towards second. Swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. Down is not in time. Hott steals second. Gomez strikes out Rose. So in stands Carter Johnstone. 1 for 3 tonight, a double and 2 strikeouts. Watches that one go by. It bounces in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnstone, a prolific hitter in high school and a Big West Freshman of the Year winner in his freshman season at Cal State Fullerton, has worked himself into a 2-0 count. Also a perfect game All-American freshman second-team honoree his freshman year. 2-0 is hit off his foot. Foul. Just spins and stops in the righty's batter's box. Platson off a third, off a second. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Johnstone. Has a chance to extend the Elizabethton lead. Gomez goes home. That one misses down and in again, and the count is 3-1 to the Elizabethton third baseman. who's 4 for 14 in 4 starts this year in the Appy League. 3-1 pitch. Swung on. Off the glove of Gomez and up the middle for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. Hott will score. It's a 2-run single with 2 outs for Carter Johnstone, his second hit of the night. And it gives Elizabethton a 12-7 lead. So similar to yesterday, Burlington responds and Elizabethton with the answer. Although yesterday it was vice versa. First pitch misses outside to DeMario. One ball count from Gomez. Misses upstairs. DeMario left the yard back in the first inning with a 3-run home run. He also singled and grounded out to go with a hit by pitch. Awaits a 2-0. Pitch comes home. That one misses, catches the outside corner. DeMario leading the team with 6 RBIs this year. 3 of which came today. 2-1 pitch, down and away, and that one misses 3-1. Another 3-ball count put on by Joe Gomez. Set for the 3-1. Gomez out of the stretch. Grounded towards third. Novi can't get there. It's in the left field for a base hit. That is the 12th hit of the game for Elizabethton. And the third of the night for Evan DeMario. He's the second River Rider with 3 hits. Noah Hott the other one, and that will end Joe Gomez's day. Tettleton out to make a change. And it's the shutdown lefty, Christian Aiello, who gets the ball. Take a quick step aside. Burlington falls back into a hole. It's Elizabethton with a 12-7 lead here in the 7th inning.
Well, if Tuesday's game was any indication of what we can expect from Christian Aiello on the mound this year, he is a darn good lefty out of the bullpen. Went 2 innings in the game against Pulaski. He did not allow a hit, and all 6 of his outs were punch-outs. Hunter Tarchalski is the 8th man to hit this inning for Elizabethton. The first pitch is checked for a strike. 0-1 the count to Tarchalski. He is 1 for 4 tonight with a single fly-out strikeout, and he also reached on an error. 0-1. Aiello gets him to swing and make soft contact foul. 0-2 the count. Aiello entered in a similar situation when he took the bump against Pulaski. Inherited 1 runner on. He inherits 2 tonight. The 0-2. Outside. Fastball trailed off. One, 2 to Tarchalski. Aiello comes set, working out of the stretch. Throws home. Swing and a miss. Christian Aiello has got 7 outs on the bump this year, and all 7 have come with a punch-out. Ends the threat, but not before Elizabethton gets their 3 runs back. It's 12-7, River Riders. We head to the 7th inning stretch here in Burlington. 2.5 to play. When you ride with NC by train, you'll enjoy spacious seats with plenty of legroom and no middle seat ever. Take advantage of free Wi-Fi and power outlets at each seat to get a head start on your workday. Catch up on studying or sit back and binge your new favorite TV show. Comfort, convenience, and affordable ticket prices guarantee there's a perfect NC by train trip for everyone, whether for work or play. And with 9 stops in North Carolina, leave the hassle of traffic and parking behind. Let NC by Train be your #1 travel choice. How about this connection? Connor Furr out of the bullpen. It's an Ohio State tandem now between Furr on the mound and Rose behind the plate. Devin Mitchell, the first man to face him. It's another righty out of the bullpen. Still no lefties faced in this series. That one misses. Oh, it catches the bottom part of the zone for strike 1 to Mitchell. 1 for 3 tonight. A single, a strikeout, and a pop-out. Waits the 0-1. Swings and sends it out to Reardon at short. High hop over his head and into left field for a base hit. Devin Mitchell has his 2nd hit of the game. A behemoth bounce as Furr got his ground ball, but then he just skipped over the head of the shortstop Reardon and into left field. Leadoff man on for the Sock Puppets. Squaring to bunt. Baxter tries to lay one down the third base line. A little bit of a drag attempt there.
Baxter actually struck out his last at-bat. It's unbelievable that it did actually happen. His first in 22 plate appearances this season. 1 for 2 today, singled in the fourth, walked in the second. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded towards second base. Scooped up there, throw on to first base, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. Evans to Reardon and the throw over to first to complete it. And just like that, the mini rally is faded. So just like that, 2 gone in the inning on 4 pitches. Justin Munoz stands in. He did keep up his streak last at bat. Doesn't offer at the first one, but it's a called strike anyways. 1 ball, or no balls and 1 strike. Munoz walked in the 6th and scored. That means he's scored all 7 times he's reached this year. 0-1 to Munoz. Swung on, grounded, softly, up the middle, high hop. Reardon gets this one, fields it, throws to first, and beats Munoz by a step to end the inning. Furr faces the minimum on 6 pitches and gets 2, you could say 3 ground balls. With a double play followed by the high tail ground ball, Munoz sends softly in between short and second. No score from the Sock Puppets that inning. That makes it 12-7 as we head to the 8th inning of play. Elizabethton over Burlington here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. We roll on to the 8th inning here at Fireworks Friday at Burlington Athletic Stadium. Aiello back out to the mound, and the first pitch of the 8th inning to Matt Evans is fouled back, and Munoz catches it off the back, and now they will request a new ball. Eight men came to the plate in the 7th inning. For Elizabethton, 3 runs come in to equal the 3 runs scored in the bottom of the 6th by Burlington. They just looked like they were creeping back into it. 0-1 tap back foul as well. 0-2 to Matt Evans. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and lifted. Just barely in play now. It will get out of play. Pomeroy runs out of room as he balances off the tarp on the first base side. Still 0-2 to Evans. Evans 0 for 4 tonight. He entered today with a 975 OPS. Has seen a drastic reduction in this game. 0-2 from Aiello. Misses downstairs. As Evans has shed nearly 200 points off that. 2 ground outs, a strikeout, and a pop out. The 1-2 swung on and tapped foul. Just barely got a piece as he stuck his bat out to make contact there.
Count is 1-2. Aiello swung on, driven deep to left center field. Weish giving chase, and that one kind of flattened out there. Wynn sort of pulling back, but it looked like Evans gave it a good ride. Weish keeps it in the park, well in the park, for the first out of the inning. And Evans now 0 for 7 tonight. He is the only man in the Elizabethton order to not reach base. It's time to spin the wheel to see if Bo Strickland will have an official at-bat tonight. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Strickland, 4 plate appearances, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch on a 3-0 count last time up. 0-1 from Aiello. In there, 0-2. Christian Aiello quickly working. But he just got a fly out for the first out of the inning. It's the first time someone has sent a ball of Christian Aiello's in play, and that took nearly 3 innings. He wasn't even ready. Strickland has to slap it foul, and he's in the box, and he's not issuing time. And Strickland saying he has to engage with the pitcher for Aiello to start his windup. Aiello, the Ryder Bronc this past year. Shakes twice. Now comes set. Goes out of his windup. Quick motion home. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Bo Strickland, the Appy League's leader in walks with 11 base on balls in the early part of this season. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strickland's down on strikes. Aiello has 8 punch-outs in 3 full innings of work. Makes a gleeful pace around the mound and then resets and gets ready to face the top half of this order. Jackson Reardon is ready for his 6th plate appearance in inning number 8. Misses inside with the first offering. Reardon is 1 for 4 tonight. Has been struck out swinging in his last 2 trips to the plate. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air to right field. Baxter gives chase to it and makes the catch. A 1-2-3 8th inning. Aiello bounds off the mound, gives a fist bump to his catcher Munoz. Burlington needs some offense here in the final 2. They trail 12-7 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. Six outs left. Burlington needs 6 runs to claim victory tonight, and it's Braden Moranto to lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, swung on and lifted, foul. Connor Furr back out there for his second inning. He had 6 pitches to get 3 outs last inning. Gave up a single to Devin Mitchell, who was gunned down in a double play, and then got Munoz to ground out.
0-1 to Maranto. Lifted foul again, and Maranto in an 0-2 hole. Furr working quickly out of the windup. Goes home, and Maranto watches it bounce before the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maranto without an RBI tonight, but he's been tasked with leading off in 3 of 4 of his at-bats tonight. Tough to do it in that spot. The 1-2. Swung on, sent high in the air to left field. Fading towards the foul line and out of room as Pladsen dove in front of it. It was just foul. No warm-up in the Elizabethton bullpen. It could look as if they could get through this game with just 3 pitchers. Oliver went 4, gave up just 1 run. Clayton Moore went 2 innings. He gave up 6 runs. And Connor Furr one ball, 2 strikes to count to Maranto. Already reached base 3 times tonight. Smacks that one down the left field line, and it is going to drop. Foul. Just a foot foul in front of Pladsen, and Maranto nearly had his 6th double of the season. Instead, he will make the same walk he just did back to home plate. Pladsen shifted after the last pitch. That one was a low liner from Maranto, and it just tailed foul at the last second. Rose friendly greets Maranto with his bat standing from the end up to the knob on top of home plate. Maranto gathers it, gets back in the box, and awaits a 1-2. Left fielder Pladsen now almost 30 feet off the line, and that one's sent back up the middle. Braden Maranto has another 3-hit night. Insanity from Braden Maranto. He cannot be tamed right now. Fernandez stands in. First pitch to him. Swung on and off the glove of the pitcher. Furr makes the play and throws it to first to beat Fernandez by his step. And that's the first man set down this inning. Maranto moves up to second. Could have been a double play if Furr would have snagged it in the air. Instead, it bounced off his mitt. So here's Bruce Weish. 3 strikeouts today and a walk. First pitch to Weish. This is low and away. Weish hitless in this series. He's 0 of 8. Had a slugging percentage of .500 at North Carolina A&T for his sophomore season. Had 22 extra base hits. We've yet to see that extra base power come to Bruce Weish. Just 2 doubles here in the early going. Both came in that opening series against Kingsport. 1-0 to Weish. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Weish 4 walks this year up against 10 strikeouts. An OPS of .613. 2-0 pitch. Weish watches it, doesn't catch the outside corner, and Furr is falling behind 3-0 in this count.
Maranto leads off of second. The Sock Puppets need 5. They trail 12-7 here in the 8th inning. Pitch from Furr, missed outside with all 4. And Weish tosses his bat and his elbow pads. Deacon Pomeroy gets set for another at-bat, and he has had a monstrous night. Playing his 4th game in Saukville, and he's had a pair of 3-hit games. 3 of those hits today. First pitch, outside to Pomeroy. So he got on base in 4 of 5 times in his debut, and he won upset, getting on base 3 times tonight and hitting a 419-foot home run to center field. 99 miles an hour off the bat. That was back in the 5th inning. It plated 3 runs. Kind of sparked the Sock Puppets offense, which was quiet for the first 4 innings. That one's off the plate again, not wanting to give Pomeroy anything to hit. But the man on deck, just as dangerous, Brandon Novi, is the Sock Puppets leader with 3 home runs this year. Pomeroy awaits a 2-0 and eyes that one in there for strike 1. Pomeroy, a patient hitter. He has 4 walks to 3 strikeouts this year. And comes into his stance. 2-1 pitch from Furr. Set on the ground, hard to second base. Evans makes the turn for 1. Throw over to first is in time. And it's a double play, and it will end the inning. Pomeroy laced it up, but it was right at the second baseman, Evans. Quick turn for 2. And that will end the 8th inning. Elizabethton leads it 12-7 over Burlington. You're listening to the Sock Puppets. Aiello gets the ball in the 9th. And they'll want to limit the base paths here to give Burlington any chance of storming an improbable comeback and getting 5 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Could see extra innings for the 2nd straight night. But it has to start with Aiello shutting down the 2-3-4 part of this order. First pitch to Cole Platson in there for a strike. It's a fastball at the knees. Aiello working quickly. Lefty on lefty matchup, and it's a curveball in there for strike 2. Platson 0 for 1 against lefties tonight. He struck out to Josh Evans in the 2nd inning after being hit by him in the 1st. 0-2. Just misses Munoz. Popped out of his crouch to toss it down to Novi at 3rd, and it missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Platson was rung up in the 2nd on that same pitch, that changeup just outside. 1-2 doesn't quite catch the inside corner. Aiello thought it did.
So now the 2-2. Swung on, grounded softly towards second base. Moranto charging in, makes a nice play, and throws it to first. And Platson is sat down for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Noah Hott, who has been red hot, you could say, in this game. He's got 3 hits, and he scored 3 runs. He also drove one in back in the first inning and drove 2 more in the 7th. So a 3 RBI day as he watches the first one, Aiello down the middle for strike 1. A 1. Sent in the air and out of play, a foul ball. Hott from Arlington, Virginia, playing his college ball at Richmond, where he was a starter on the right side of the infield. 0-2 misses just outside from Aiello. Count moves to 1-2. Swing and a miss. Aiello gets Hott to climb the ladder. That's the second out of the inning, and Christian Aiello has been a dominant force out of the Burlington bullpen. That's 2 full innings, no hits, no walks, 3 Ks for Aiello. One of the late arrivals this week to this team, but he has been so impactful out of the pen. And gets a first pitch swing from Austin Rose. It's tapped back foul. Rose stepping up for the 6th time tonight. 2 singles, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout. Aiello digs in his glove. Right back to work. The 0-1. In there. Hard fastball for strike 2. When Aiello needing just one more strike to end another efficient inning. Rose awaits the 0-2. Swings and lifts it high in the air to right field. Baxter giving chase back towards the wall, and it is off the wall on a bounce. Rose will round first, head to second. Baxter heaves it in from right field. It's a 2-out double for Austin Rose, his 3rd hit of the game. After a hitless day yesterday, Austin Rose has swung back in a big way. 3 hits and 6 at-bats. Carter Johnstone, another guy with multiple hits for Elizabethton today. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Munoz right in front of him. Maybe got him on the upper leg. He will walk it off. Johnstone had a 2 RBI single the last time he was up. And he waits the 1-0 from Aiello. Pitch home. Swung on, clubbed to right field on a line. Baxter lets it drop in front of him. Now he'll wind up and try and throw out the runner at home. Not cut off. Munoz tag, not in time. He didn't even get him on the back foot. And Rose scores from second. It's an RBI single for Carter Johnstone. 4 RBIs tonight, and it's the 3rd River Rider to record a 3-hit day. First trouble Christian Aiello has found himself in. Back-to-back hits. Extends the Elizabethton lead to 13-7 here in the 9th. The 3rd man of this crew to have 3 hits today. In the 4-5-6 spot of this order. Evan DeMario watches that one miss inside. And DeMario kick-started the Elizabethton offense with a 3-run blast in the first inning. They scored 4 in the first. Pitch home. Tapped foul off the inside part of the bat, just fisting it. And getting out of there for the first strike, moves it to 1-1. 13 runs, 14 hits, 1 error for Elizabethton, 7-10-1 for Burlington. Aiello goes home, misses outside with a curveball. Count now 2-1. Aiello 3 walks in his first time on the mound this year. He's not walked anyone tonight. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Hard cut of the breaking pitch makes it 2-2. Lots of changeups from Christian Aiello. That fastball can get up there in the low 90s. Two. Did he go? And they call third strike. Aiello calling out, yeah, as he walks off the mound. Tyler Gist says he went around, and that will end the top of the ninth inning. Burlington needs a miracle in the bottom of the ninth. They trail 13-7. Last ABs for the Sock Puppets right around the corner. Last ABs, Brandon Novi to lead things off here in the ninth against Connor Furr. The first pitch he sees is outside for ball 1. Burlington is without a 6-run inning this year, so it would be the first of sorts if they want to get this to extra innings. 1-0 to Novi. Hacked at, sent high in the air to left field. Not too deep. Platson ranges over and makes the catch on the routine fly ball. Novi is retired to start the ninth. L.J. Edwards and Devin Mitchell, the next two to hit. Edwards is 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch, hacked at and missed. L.J. Edwards dropping that front side as he tries to dig it out from underneath. Furr right back to work. 0-1, the righty out of his windup. Inside to Edwards. Around the Appy League, Pulaski has worked back from a 4-run deficit to take a 9-5 lead over Greenville into the ninth inning. 1-1 pitch to Edwards, swung on and missed. Dropped by Rose, the catcher, makes it 1-2. Kingsport is going to put a winning streak together if they can hold on to an 11-7 lead over Johnson City in the 8th. And Bluefield was having no trouble with Danville. Danville just scored 6 in the top of the 7th. Bluefield still leads that game 12-8. A ball and 2 strikes to count to L.J. Edwards. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. Blew it past Edwards. It's another hat trick of strikeouts for L.J. Edwards. That'll end a tough opening series for the outfielder from Virginia. gets a pat on the back from his manager, Mickey Tettleton. Edwards will finish the series 0 for 9 with 6 Ks. He'll look to get back on track tomorrow against Danville. Austin Rose, the catcher, kicking some sort of bug out of the way. As you see its wings kind of flapping in that circle near home plate. Draws some reactions from his dugout. Mitchell, the last chance for Burlington. Misses down low with the first pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Mitchell, 2 hits today. A pair of singles, also a strikeout and a pop-out. 1-0. Swung on, lifted, in the air to right field. It should stay in the ballpark. Ranging over, and the second baseman, Evans, calls off the first baseman, Tarchalski, to end it. It's a 1-2-3 ninth for Connor Furr. And that will end it. Elizabethton wins it 13-7 here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. They led from the very get-go. A 4-run first inning propelled by a 3-run home run from Evan DeMario was all that Burlington could handle. Josh Evans will get assigned the loss for the Sock Puppets, and it will be Clayton Moore who gets the win as he crossed the 5th inning with the lead and did not give it up, although he was the worst of the 3 pitchers for Elizabethton today. He allowed 6 runs. Sometimes just how the game shakes out. There's post-game fireworks on deck here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. (13-7) the final. That'll just about wrap things up here from the ballpark in Burlington, North Carolina. Back here tomorrow for game 1 of a 2-game set, home and home with the Danville Otterbots. Burlington and Danville will square off tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And we'll have coverage of that one starting at 6:45 here on Aware TV, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you find your streams. Josh Rothert up here in the press box, wrapping things up. Our producer, Thomas Leffler. Want to say so long, Burlington. Have a great night and get home safe.